Is a Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not. Because you have the Afghan troops have 300,000 well-equipped as any army in the world, and an air force against something like 75,000 Taliban. It is not inevitable.
And I would say, this is supposed to be completed in September. The international forces, Americans and the rest, are supposed to be out in September. And, like I said, in the West, in the United States, the press is saying things like, well, this could pose a serious problem for the Western-backed government in Afghanistan. It doesn't pose a problem for them. It's a death knell for them. They're done. They're toast. They're over. And they all know it. And they're scrambling to find a back door out, steal what they can steal, and make it out alive with their families. That's what's going on in Afghanistan right now.
Our own intelligence community has assessed that the Afghan government will likely collapse.
That is not true.
Can you please clarify what they have told you about whether that will happen or not?
That is not true. They did not reach that conclusion.
So what is the level of confidence that they have that it will not collapse?
The Afghan government and leadership has to come together. They clearly have the capacity to sustain the government in place.
And it will be interesting to see if the Afghan government that's there now, backed by the West, survives to the last day anywhere outside of the capital. If they just survive to the last day of pullout there, I personally do not think that the current Afghan government will be in existence outside of the Capitol building by final pullout. Capital City, I'm sorry, by final pullout. I would be surprised if they make it that far. And they may not exist at all. They will certainly collapse.
And do you see any parallels between this withdrawal and what happened in Vietnam, with some people feeling...
None whatsoever. Zero. What you had entire brigades breaking through the gates of our embassy. 6, if I'm not mistaken. The Taliban is not the North Vietnamese army. They're not remotely comparable in terms of capability. There's going to be no circumstance where you see people being lifted off the roof of a embassy of the United States from Afghanistan. It is not at all comparable.
This is over. It's a done deal. They're gone. Afghanistan is going back into the hands of this kind of tribalistic fiefdom system that they just have had traditionally forever. It's who they are. It's their background. It's 1,000 years of tradition. All of that. That's not changed. It's not going to change. And there are a lot of groups that come in. Taliban, of course, most famously, but there are others who operate extremely well in that environment, and they're already operating extremely well in that environment, and they're kind of the lead in attacking the international troops.
The question now is, where do they go from here? That the jury is still out, but the likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
It doesn't pose a problem for them. It's a death knell for them. They're done. They're toast. They're over. And they all know it. And they're scrambling to find a back door out, steal what they can steal, and make it out alive with their families. That's what's going on in Afghanistan right now.